Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of In Focus right here in SAC News. I'm Zendy Garrido, and today I'm being joined by the man who's changing the way that we teach mathematics here at Santa Ana College, Professor Richard Corp.
Hi, nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. So, how did your entire, or what's your first memory of having to do anything with math?
My first memory, probably like in school was when I elementary school, so like kind of second grade was the first time that like a math teacher, my teacher really like made me think about like math, and multiplication is like probably my first forming memory. But I know I struggled a lot in math, and I was behind. I had to go to summer school because I was so behind in math, and I know my grandma kind of came through and started practicing math with me. She would pick me up after school some days, and she started practicing math with me. And so that's probably like where my memories go when I think about like how I started out in math.
And it was a learning process for you to get good at mathematics. What was your education like after high school, or were you any accelerated courses during the process of?
No, in high school I started out in pre-algebra, and I finished high school in algebra 2, which is kind of like either like just right like where you're supposed to be, or kind of behind. Like no one, I don't think, really thought, oh, that guy's going to be like a math teacher, that guy is super talented at math. And so I actually went into college. When I started going to college, I thought I wanted to be a music major. I started out Riverside Community College because of the music program there. I wanted to be a music teacher. By chance, I took a English class at Rancho Santiago at the time. We had two campuses, the Santa Ana campus and the Santiago Hills campus. And so like we had those two campuses, and I started taking classes here, and I liked the drive a lot more because I lived in Orange. And so I actually started taking a lot more classes at Santa Ana and at Santiago, both of those campuses, before I transferred to Cal Poly Pomona.
And then once you made it to Pomona, what happened?
Well, while I was here, I took a pre-calculus class, and then I took a calculus class, and I realized that even though I struggled at the beginning, that like I was practicing the math a lot, and I was able to find like a successful path to being successful in that course. And I was like, well, I'm practicing music a lot, I'm practicing math a lot. There's not too much like difference between practice. I think I'm going to actually maybe explore a career in mathematics. And so at first I thought maybe engineering, but the classes I took in engineering didn't seem to interest me as much as just like the pure math. And so when I decided to go to transfer, I transferred to Cal Poly Pomona. I decided to do pure math, and I really wanted to be a teacher. Even when I was a music teacher, I thought, when I was a music major, I thought, okay, I could be a music teacher if the professional music career doesn't work out. But my grandma was a teacher, my aunt was a teacher, and so I was like, I think I really want to be a teacher. I want to be a math teacher. And so I went to Cal Poly Pomona, got my math degree, and started teaching high school after graduating from the university.
So and this is news to me, I am very excited to see that a person who is now an educator struggled through math. And it's because of the support classes that now exist at Santa Ana College that I was able to complete my courses after being at Santa Ana College for now 22 years. How did the idea of building the support math classes came about?
Yeah, so a couple years ago, before the pandemic, California decided that we wanted to figure out a way to get students into transfer level math courses and English courses quicker. And what happened to a lot of students when they came to a college, they would take placement tests, and they'd be placed in a really low math class, and it would take them a really long time to get up to like a college level course that they could transfer to a university. And so there were some laws that changed in California that gave students access to a transfer level course as soon as they came into the college. So a transfer level English course, a transfer level math course as soon as they came into college. So we knew that we needed to support students that were going to make that decision to go into a transfer level course. And so the math department came up with these support courses. So this would add an additional hour to each of our meetings, but that hour wasn't just more math. It was time to figure out what did the students need, what skills do they need to review in those courses. So our college algebra and our statistics course have these support courses that are linked to them. We're also looking at adding them to our calculus courses and some other courses. But those college algebra and statistics are the courses that a lot of students need to take before they can transfer. And so those are our biggest, our most popular courses that need support.
Great, that's beautiful. And on average, how many hours do you think a math student needs in order to pass a math class successfully weekly?
Well, that can vary, right? I tell my students all the time that when they come into the course, everyone has different experiences with math. Some of you are going to have positive experiences. A lot of students have negative experiences with class. And so just like practicing an instrument, you might come in and you might have a certain skill set. All the students have different skill sets. And so, you know, the counselors might say, you know, basically take the number of units the course is and multiply it by 2 or multiply it by 3. And so it can take like 192 hours over the course of the whole semester. But that's going to be different for every student. Some students might need more, some students might need less.
And the one thing that shook me the most about taking statistics in the support system is that the grading scale is different.
Yeah, so what we've explored here at Santa Ana College for our support classes is how we can bring more like equitable grading practices. Because like a traditional grading scale, you know, 60% of the grading scale is basically a failure, right? If you're below 60%, you're a failure. And so we've explored like how can we create more equitable grading practices. We've gotten some grants to explore different ways. We're looking at this concept of standards-based grading, where we, you know, I call it ungrading, where we really try to think of the skills students need leaving the course. What skills are they going to use in their careers? What skills are they going to use in the next math course if they need to take another math course? And we really want to break the cycle of students just thinking of doing something just for points, but actually like, how can I learn and apply this to my life?
That is amazing. Well, we're going to take a break from math, and I want to talk about your personal life. So I hear that you are part of a group, Keep Running Santa Ana. What's that about?
So Keep Running Santa Ana is a local run club, and we meet on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and on Sundays for long runs, and occasionally some other fun runs in between. But our founder, Aaron, he wanted to build the running community in Santa Ana. And so, you know, it started out a couple years ago where he was just posting on the internet, hey, I'm going to be running. Does anyone want to join me? He'd be lucky if he got like 1 or 2 people, but it's really grown to now where we have like 20, 30 or more runners at each of our runs. And just to really build that running community in Santa Ana, where traditionally like there wasn't like very many running groups that were exploring the different neighborhoods and the different streets and the different communities in Santa Ana.
So where do you guys meet?
We meet at Willard Junior High for our Tuesdays. We usually meet downtown, like around 4th Street. 4th and French is our traditional Thursday run. And then Sunday runs can vary. Sometimes we meet down near Back Bay, near the fairgrounds. We also will do runs in Peters Canyon. And so those runs can vary. But they post all their runs on Instagram. And so that's a really good way to see kind of like where we're going to be running and what we're going to be doing.
We have a clip of your latest run. We're going to go through that in a bit, but who can join to this team, and how can they join?
So they have like different, it's basically all different skill levels. Like one of the things I loved about Keep Running Santa Ana is that like if I want to be challenged in a run, there's definitely runners that are going to push me, and there's runners that are faster than me, runners that are slower than me. And so if I'm feeling like I need to take an easy day, I'm going to have a group to run with, and it makes, at the practices, you'll see some people wearing hats or wearing shirts where it says running sucks. And like when you're a runner, sometimes people think that you're just like enjoying every minute of your run. But a lot of the times you're thinking about like, just when am I going to finish this run? Even us that run miles and miles a week, we're like, when is this going to finish? But when you're with other people, you kind of stop thinking about that, and the time goes by a lot quicker. And so that's one of the things I love about the run. We have on our Tuesday track workout, which you came to and kind of filmed, we have different skill levels, so we have different paces, but then we have an MVP group for people that are maybe new to running or aren't sure what pace they want to run, and so they can jump in and just have some community miles, just jog with some people, see where they're at. They can try out a faster pace if they want, but we have all different skill levels at the Run Club.
That is fantastic. Well, right now we have a clip. We're going to go ahead and run it. You're watching SAC News. This is In Focus. Run the clip.
Yeah, let's go.
Excuse me, have you applied to the scholarship program?
Of course I did. It's free money.
Thank you. How about you? Have you applied for the scholarship program?
Yeah, I actually just made my friends apply.
That's good, thank you. Excuse me, have you applied for the scholarship program?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
I don't know how to.
Well, let's change that.
The Scholarship Foundation offers help to all SAC students, such as providing writing workshops to help students with the writing portion of the application.
I need a letter of recommendation.
Hey, don't let the letter of recommendation hold you back. A letter of recommendation can come from a professor or even a counselor. You shouldn't be afraid to ask for their help.
Wow, you did it.
Apply today.
Hello and welcome back to In Focus. I'm Zendy Garrido, and once again, we're here with Professor Richard Corp, and we just viewed a very amazing video of the race you took part of over the weekend. How was that like?
Yeah, so this was the Speed Project, which has been going on for a few years. It's a race from Santa Monica Pier to Las Vegas. Every team charts their own routes, and it's a relay race, so we have a team of runners. And so this team was all made up of runners that are connected to the Santa Ana community. It was 12 of us plus 5 crew members and a photographer that all came together, and we met over the past 2 months and charted our route out and figured out our strategy, and went out and did a lot better than we thought we were going to do.
As weather was a very difficult thing for you guys to plan out. I hear that some routes snowed in. What was the route for you? What was the strategy process thinking like?
Yeah, so we weren't scared of like going up into the mountains and doing some of the hill running. So that really that was part of our big strategies, that we were going to attack different hilly routes and the mountains. And so when we went running, we put our fastest team first, and we ended up noticing that we were going way ahead of our predicted time. So we were predicting that it would take about 3 to 3.5 hours to do 25 miles, and we were under 3 hours for just about all of our 25-mile segments. And so we got to the hills a lot earlier. We actually beat most of the bad weather. There was some wind, and We were running through the night. One of my segments was from 1 to 3:30 in the morning. So we were running through the desert in the dark in the night, and we ended up getting to Vegas, the outskirts of the city, just as it was starting to rain. And so there was a lot of teams that were still at the halfway point or going into the hills when it was starting to rain, and some parts of the course got some snow.
Wow, that's incredible. And you guys placed in fourth?
Yeah, we placed in fourth. I think that like it was our goal to be in the top 10. We wanted to be competitive against the other run clubs, especially from the Los Angeles and the LA and OC area. There was teams from Mexico, there was teams from Paris, there was teams from Australia, there was teams from Korea, and there was teams that were funded by like Adidas and like had sponsors behind them. And we were mostly like self-funded. We did some fundraising, and we were just the team from Santa Ana, right? Largely, mostly, I think the whole team was Latinx, Hispanic, and so like we really wanted to represent the city. And as we were running, we had a lot of it was on Instagram Live. We were seeing our community like come through and cheer us on, and it was really motivating us to see all the support we were getting back in Santa Ana. And it was really exciting. That really helped push through the fatigue because we weren't getting much sleep. We were stuck in a camper or in a minivan for a lot of it, and so it really pushed us through and helped us find that third gear or fifth gear, sixth gear, whatever we needed to get through. And yeah, we were really surprised we finished in the top 5.
First and foremost, congratulations. That's an incredible achievement. And is this a race that you guys are going to partake in the near future?
I think that we really want to participate this in again next year. Our goal is to maybe have 2 teams and have more females participate on our team. This year it was an all-guys team, and so that's one of our goals, is to have that. And yeah, see if we can maybe finish in the top 3 next time. And there's 2 different routes. There's a route that you can go through Death Valley a little bit more than what we did, and it's really pretty. And so maybe one of our second team could take that route. There's a lot of stuff we haven't talked about yet. We're just kind of celebrating this victory and giving a lot of props to our crew and our community right now, and just really thankful that we had so much support.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, guys, thank you for keeping us company for the last couple of minutes. I'm Zendy Garrido, and this is In Focus. Don't forget to check us out on every single one of your social platforms. And Professor Corp, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other.